Hey you guys, today we show you how to make a YouTube thumbnail. Alright, so what is going on guys? Let's just hop right into this. So what I use to make my thumbnails is Photoshop. Any version of Photoshop will work. I have an older version here. It might not look like Photoshop, but it is. It's just a really old version, so don't mind that. It's nothing bad. I just have a different version. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go File, New, and you're gonna make a preset with 1280 by 720 and transparent background. And you're gonna set this to pixels right here. Transparent background, 1280 by 720. You're just gonna hit Save Preset. I already have one saved, but this will be highlighted and you can click on it. So you're gonna hit OK, and you'll get something that looks like this. I already had one open, but it'll look like this. So what I normally do is I get a picture of generically what my thing is about. So this is about a YouTube thumbnail. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Place. I can go to Pictures, thumbnail items, and I have this picture already. So as you can see, it's gonna get really kind of bad quality because it's gonna be stretched out. But so you see, it's about YouTube, so I'm grabbing a YouTube picture. Pretty simple. That's what I normally do. So then what I'm gonna do is I will make a few more layers and go to this layer right here. Take the marquee tool, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, the rectangle one. Select this area, get any color that you want. So for this one, let's go with like a you want like a really bright kind of color that's gonna pop out compared to other things. So let's go with like a blue, like that. And then you're just gonna cover that up. You're gonna go over to opacity over here, double click, and you can start to scroll. So see how that makes it like a bluish kind of color? I like that because it gives it like a tint, and when you do what I normally do, it's going to give you a really nice kind of finishing touch, I guess you could say. So we're going to leave it like that, and we're going to go on to click on our next layer. Control D to deselect. Yeah, so there you go. Then I'm going to go to Open, and what I'm going to do is go into my camera roll and open, let's see, one of these pictures. So maybe this one. See what this looks like. Yeah, so this will be good. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab the magnetic lasso tool, and just basically do an outline of myself. So first what I'm going to do is get rid of this area right here. Just like that. It can be kind of rough. See, I'm just getting rid of this. Control D to deselect. Try and go over this area again. See if I can just fill that area in. You just want to get rid of everything that you can for now. And then what I also can do is go here, get the magic eraser tool, and just kind of try and click away this. But I'm just going to go back to the magnetic lasso. Okay. And just follow around myself. So this you don't have to click and hold. Actually, that looks like it's going to be really bad. You might have to work with this a little bit. It's not going to be perfect right away. And you're not always going to get the perfect one. But you're just going to trace around yourself. I know newer versions of Photoshop have something that make this a lot easier. But since I have this older version like I was talking about, I just had to use this. But it's good enough for what I do for my thumbnails. So just going to trace around yourself if you can get a picture like this. If you can't, don't worry. You can just kind of follow the other steps that I do. But I think this makes your thumbnails look a lot better and a lot more professional, having you with looked like a kind of a keyed out, just you. So just gonna do that really quick. Almost done here. So as you can see, it doesn't take that long. Now this is not gonna be perfect by any means. It's gonna be a little bit messed up, and I'm really kind of just okay with that because I know that there's no way to really get it perfect. So it's just whatever kind of. So I'm gonna go around here and back to my arm. Hopefully we can select that area. So as you can see, like look, I cut off part of my hand. I've messed up over here, but I'm okay with that because there's slight little things that aren't gonna be that noticed. So you're gonna go from this. Okay, it looks like I have an extra one of these, so I can close out of that. And you're gonna go back into this, make that full screen. You can get out of it by this button up here. Okay, so now you're here. You're going to go into this layer. You hit Control C to copy the selected area on the other one, and then you're just going to hit Control V. So there we go. But as you can see, like, that's cut off. My hand's kind of messed up. There's a little bit of fine tuning, I guess you could say, we really need to do. I guess I'm just going to go like that. You just kind of got to get rid of the little areas, but if there's a little bit there, I mean, most of the time the thumbnails are going to be pretty small anyways. Control Z to redo. And if you want, you could probably get like the healing brush and just try and go along like okay, I can't repair this image as it says, but you can do that if it's going to allow you to. So what I'm going to do is, once you have this picture, you're going to hit Control T for transform. You're going to pull this to wherever you want it to be. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, so like this. And you hold shift to make sure that you're not like going like this. If you don't hold shift, you can be moving it around like that. So you don't want to do that, so just hold shift. So now I can go like this. And if I hit the check mark, then there you go. So as you can see, the blue kind of makes it more like pop out more. If I take this away, I'm kind of like blending in. I mean, a white shirt and everything like that, I'm kind of blending in. But then I put the blue back on and I'm really popping out, which is what you want. Just, it gives you like, people can know right away who's making the video just by seeing that. So, I mean, if you haven't done like a face reveal or anything like that for your channel, then of course this isn't going to work for you. But this is just what I do, because I use a webcam in almost all of my videos, even the ones that are just like this. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to grab some text. So, I'm just going to go ahead and call it, this is way too big here. Let's go with, I think I'm going to go with like 125 maybe? 125, I like impact, because it looks good after I do what I do. Okay, that's definitely going to be too big, so let's go with 100. See how that looks. The thumbnail's kind of a big word. Thumbnail, okay, so you're going to get thumbnail, you're going to get your select tool, pull this back in, Control T, make it a little bit bigger to whatever size you want. I'm going to go like that. Don't worry about the color for now, that is going to change in a little bit. And then this is just whatever your video is going to be titled. So mine is going to be called, this is this thumbnail tutorial. So of course, I'm going to have that in here so people know what it is. So tutorial, just like that. So you want these to be separate though. Don't make them the same, and you'll see why in a minute. So I'm going to go like that, and then both of these, just going to go Control T, hold shift, make them bigger. You want the text to be really minimal and really large, is what you want for the ideal thumbnail. Make sure you hit your check, move on to the next one, Control T for transform, hold shift, make it bigger. And there you go. You can try and line these up, but I'm just gonna kind of just do whatever. It's gonna be a little bit off, but I'm fine with that. Okay, so there you go. Now I'm gonna go like this, and you're gonna double click on the layer, which is gonna bring up this menu right here. So what I like to add onto mine is a gradient overlay and a stroke. So what I'm gonna do is choose my colors that I'm gonna use for the gradient overlay before I do that. So I think to like really stand out from the blue, I should go with like maybe like a green and a whitish, or maybe like a green and a yellow. Actually, let's just go with like a reddish, orange, and yellow. So like this kind of color maybe. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Get this, and like a yellowish orange though, like that. There we go. So that's what I'm going to be using. You guys can use whatever colors suit you best. That's just what I like to use because I think it looks really cool once you use the gradient overlay. So you're going to double click, go on to gradient overlay. That's going to already select it. You're going to go to gradient, and the first option is going to be your colors. So now I like the darker color always at the bottom. I accidentally just closed this. Sorry. I like the darker color always at the bottom, so I'm going to click reverse. So it's going to look like that. And I think that the orange is going a little bit up too high. So I'm going to lower the scale. So like that, they're kind of blending. The scale is basically how much they blend. So that is no blend. It's just a straight line all the way across, just like that. I want there to be a little bit, but not too much. I want you to be able to see the separation. So this, it kind of it looks okay, but I mean, it's not really anything spectacular. It doesn't look too great yet, but it looks okay. So then what you're gonna do is add a stroke. This is what really makes these letters just pop. I like a black stroke. Also white strokes look pretty good too, but against that black or against the blue, the black is gonna pop a lot more. So I'm gonna go like that. Double click this, and I think I'm gonna go with like a 4. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 4 because it's gonna pop just even more than anything. So like that, and then what you're gonna do is right click, copy layer style, go up to your other text, paste layer style, just like that. So now as you see, you can do that. And maybe let's say I'm not liking this color. It's really easy to go back over. You just click on that layer, click on this, and let's say I wanted it to be this orange, just reverse that, and I got it. I actually like that more. I think it looks really good with the with those colors. It's not like blending in too much because I have that stroke on there, so it's just, you can tell that there's a difference, but it just looks better. So I like that more than the blue. So I'm gonna leave it like that. So, you know, just trial and error, see what you like. As you can see, like, this is really bad going around. So you have to keep in mind how you're gonna be, like, you have to keep in mind your surroundings, because if everything's blending in, like if you have a really white area and you have some lights and you look really bright, you're gonna kind of blend into that area. So the magic lasso tool might not work as well for you, like as you can see, it didn't for me. Like it cut off that part of my hand just because it's blending into the wall a little bit. So, you know. But so now that we got that, we're basically done, because when you think about it, this is all that you need. You have what it is. You have your thumbnail tutorial right there. You know what it is automatically just by seeing that. You know that who it's by. You can clearly tell it's by me because I have the picture of me that right there. And you can tell that it's for YouTube because even though you can't read it that much, you can still see this YouTube thing right here. So say I'm making like a CSGO or a Minecraft video, I'll have something related to those in the background instead of a YouTube thing. So it's just pretty simple like that. So what you're going to do is go to File, Save As. I would really recommend having really organized things. So like right here, all my thumbnails, and everything that I put into my thumbnails go here. So I'm going to go to Thumbnails, double click into there, rename this Thumbnail Tutorial. Make this a PNG. That's what you want to use for YouTube. And then you're just gonna hit save. And now what I like to do as well, so I'll give you guys an example of this really quick. Let me just open up one of these. Alright, so if I go into here, if I go into my pictures and my thumbnails, I have all of these. So this is a Hunger Games number 2. See how there's the number 2 down here? So that I can just change the background color, or maybe just even me, and I can just change the number 2. I don't have to change anything else. So I personally like to keep I also in my pictures I have Photoshop edits, and right there I know Hunger Games episode 2. It's right there. So if I double click that anytime, it'll take me to the project that I was working in, and I can quickly edit those, and there's my thumbnail. So it saves you a lot of time in the end. So you have to, basically you make this the official thumbnail once, and then for every other time you make something for that along those lines, you have it. So pretty good. So I'm not going to do that because I'm never going to need thumbnail tutorial again with these, but I would do that if you're making something for like gameplays or anything like that, whatever you're doing on your YouTube channel. So that's going to be the end of the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Let me I guess I can go to my YouTube and just like show you guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to my YouTube channel real quick, and then you will see what it looks like. Be right back. Alright, so here we are. As you can see, this is what mine looks like. I have these thumbnails. Like, this one's pretty bad. It's nothing really intricate, but you can see I'm really popping out compared to the green, and the subscribe is even a little bit blurred out. I could have made that pop out more, but I wanted me to really be popping out. Like this one, as you can see, this one's a little bit bigger. This is the one you guys just saw. And there's a video coming soon. If I go here, yeah, you can see it right here. So I put a stroke around myself this time. Actually, I might as well show you guys that while we're doing the video. So if you go to even yourself, this one right here, this is my layer. I don't like to name my layers because I can see them all right here and I have no issues with that. If you want to and be really neat, you can rename them really easily by just double clicking on the typing. So you can even do stuff like this for these. So I can go onto stroke. Right now I'm outlined in red. I could do something like a white, maybe a black, or maybe I could even go with like this. Give myself an orange. It's kind of hard to see me there though, so I'm just going to go with a simple black. So you go with the black like that. As you can see, it's kind of messing up. The stroke is right there. Like around in that area, there's a little like dot kind of thing. So I'm not going to end up doing that with this one. Actually, maybe I can. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep it like that. And then I'm going to click on drop shadow. Occupancy all the way up. Distance, you can move that over. You might want to drop this down a little bit. Like this. Make my distance a little bit more. Occupancy definitely needs to go up. Spread, I'm going to keep that the same, and size, we'll go with that. So there you go. I'm popping out even more now because it looks like there's some depth to it, and then maybe if I go over to here to a brush tool, didn't mean to do that. I want the clear option, and definitely more like maybe a 10 size tool. Yep, there you go. So I just got rid of that. And there's no biggie. My hand doesn't look as bad now because I got the stroke. It just kind of looks natural. All the rough edges don't look as bad anymore. And yeah, so that's how you can fix those things. I completely forgot about putting the drop shadow and stuff like that. Drop shadow wasn't working for me on these, on the letters, so I wouldn't. You can try that and mess around with it, but I couldn't get it to work. Maybe that's just my Photoshop though. But anyways, that's gonna be another video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Comment below if you want to see more of the tutorials like this, Minecraft tutorials, anything like that. Yeah, just let me know, and I will definitely come out with them. I want to please you guys. I want to come out with good content for you guys, and whatever you guys want to see, I will bring it out. So it's going to be the end of the video. Make sure to like it, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Go ahead and check out my channel trailer if you're new to the channel. See if you're into what I have on the channel. Subscribe, do what you want off of that. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Adios, amigos.